Many symbols of Thailand, and those symbols just always include something like foods, patterns, clothes, how they act. But how about a symbol that is alive, not just alive in a way that you thought, but I mean like alive, literally. A symbol that is walking, a symbol that is thriving, a symbol that is eating, a symbol that has feelings, that it can mourn, it can be kind, and it can be feral. And the symbol that I will be talking about today is Thailand's elephants. Elephants are an animal in a family called Elephantidae, and there are 3 species of it that are recognized, such as wild African elephants, or Asian elephants. These creatures originate since the dawn of time. They have been evolving from some other kind of creatures, evolving, until it became the elephants as we know of today. These things can be originate from 35 to 60 million years. Maybe they're there before we're there too. And there are actually more kind of species, more ways and looks. There's more things, there's more kinds of elephants that we can see, but just like mammoth or mantidos, or generally just the kind of elephants we do not see today, they are extinct. And wouldn't you guess it, it's because of the humans. Now, elephants has always been a very important part of Thailand, as it helps in things like building, it helps in farming. Elephants, they help us carry big things or any kind of heavy things. They took one thing from places to places, helping us building our culture. One thing that elephants are always recognized for is its intelligence. And I say this because I remember it. I used to go to a zoo, and they have tons of elephant-related shows, because these creatures, they're very smart. They can what? They can just use their tusk and use it to grab the paintbrush, and then they paint it on a canvas. They know that this is a canvas. They know that we're asking us, training them to do these kind of things because, well, they gave us entertainment. And such thing as dancing, like in a circus or something like that, you often see an elephant in any kind of circus depictions and whatever. And I've never been to a circus myself, but I know there are a lot of ways and a lot of places that people just put elephants into there because what? They're another symbol of a circus now. It's like a jumping lion. I don't really know. And also, they can play football. This shows that not only they understand that, hey, my task, my objective, what I must be doing here is to let this person get on me, they ride, and then they command, hey, I go walk here, and then, hey, I need to kick the ball. And then I might have been the one to score it. I may win the other teams, maybe I'd won something, maybe I'd get a reward. Just like that, elephants have earned our places in the ranking of one of the most intelligent animals that have ever existed. But of course, the bond between elephants and their mahouts. Mahouts in Thailand, they are called Kwan Chang. They are called as people who have lived together with an elephant, they have grown together, they have understand each other. They understand what kind of behavior they all have. They understand that, hey, this is the person I know. This is the person I love. And they stay with me since when, I was still a child. So this is one of my families. Elephants are often recognized as one of the animals that has a very broad range of feelings. Not like a lot of animals have that, because just I'd say not many species or kinds of animals that exist can have these kind of bonds with humanities. I'd say maybe a crow can do it, maybe other animals such as cats or dogs, but I'd say the ability to actually bond wouldn't just be kind of on par with an elephant. But even so, elephants has been continuously hunted and abused. I'm sure you all have seen people riding elephants, being on some high places, being on their backs. These animals, they have spines, and mind you, their spines are not built to be carrying a tons of weights. Not only the weight of a human, but also their seats, which are often very intricate and are often very elaborated. You have the dome, you have the pillars, you have the seat. It's just something that we should not be really supporting. What we should support is to care about our wildlife. And one of the things that you can do to care about them is to not abuse them of any kind. They're just simply not built for this. Although they're very kind, considerate, and yes, they can bond with humans, to say they are fully domesticated as cats or dogs or any kind of sheepdogs or things like that might be taking things a little bit too far. And lastly, one of the things I want to talk about elephants and humanities is that humanity have realized this. There's people abusing these things, and not only to abuse, they want to hunt it. They want to get the elephant's tusk out. These beautiful creatures are being killed for not even doing anything. They just exist, they just want to have life. They just want to care for another elephants or maybe even another animals, as you can fully see that a lot of times they have bonded with not only humans, but other animals too. And I feel like we all, as humans, we are a sentient being in a ways that animals cannot really fully recognize. And we should not only be foes that hunts them, but we also should protect them, which is why there are of tons of sanctuaries relating to elephants or any kind of wildlife sanctuaries in Thailand, such as the one in Chiang Mai. And in Chiang Mai, they are focusing more on helping elephants thrive and live. And there's one in Phuket and there's one in Krabi. And these two places, they focus more on observing them, on watching, oh, how does this animal exactly live? How does this animal act? Oftenly, these kind of creatures, they live in a heavily matriarchal society, and that is how they prioritize their youngs. As I've said before about the conservation places, these places help animals, and more than just elephants too. Oftenly, conservation places, they do not only focuses on only one animal, they do it for everybody, because the ecosystems, they do not made up of like one species. They do not made up of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They made up of everything. They made up of these alive creatures helping us, even an elephant. And you might wonder, how do they help the ecosystem exactly? These things, they have done so many things, like how a lot of animals, they build new water beds or new small rivers, which can help a lot of small animals to live during the time where water is very scarce. Or should I say, the elephants, their dung, it can help the ecosystem immensely. These things become a very good fertilizers for the soil, and them just walking around creating a new path, it helps the forest from becoming too dense that any other animal that can't match its wilderness will just die, just goes extinct. And for today, I think that animals is a very magnificent thing. And for Thailand, elephants are an animal that have a very special places in our hearts. Not only because this is our symbol of nationality, but these things, they are just there. It helps us build everything. Shouldn't we be kind to them, not hunting them, not making them belong in the list of one of the most extinct animal closest to extinction ever? So then I have created this quote, and I think that through the harmony and understanding that we can learn from elephants, peace may just not be too far from our grasp. It is confirmed, and I'm very sure of it, that elephants are not animal that is fully peaceful. Actually, humans, we are sentient, we can be kind, but a lot of times we also fall to violence. But animals like elephants, they will not fall to that unless provoked. And I think that them killing or doing any kind of wrong things to humans, I think there just might be a reason more than that they are a feral animals. Thank you, Singapore and SBI, for giving me this opportunity to present about our magnificent animal. Thank you.
Very well done. It was a passionate and sensitive topic. Good job. You chose good pictures. I like it. I haven't heard anything about elephants so far. That doesn't mean I don't know anything about elephants, but it was quite nice. It is true that we have to be careful when we coexist with big animals or any animals. So you presented it well. Well done, and your voice didn't shake.